Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Liacouras Center as the Temple Owls take on the UTSA Roadrunners here for this Sunday matinee event between two bottom feeders of the American Athletic Conference. I'm Max Dinnerberg, joined by James Urban here on Hooters' birthday here on a Sunday afternoon. James, are you excited for this one?
I just found out that it was Hooters' birthday, but I mean now I'm happy, and there's a reason for Temple to play even harder today. Hooters' birthday.
That's right.
Yeah. This game, pretty much the two bottom feeders of the American. Like you said it, they're going to be fighting for that last seed in Fort Worth come conference tournament time. But Temple back at home today, which helps them a lot. They don't do well on the road whatsoever.
Yeah.
And being back home at Liacouras gives them a much better chance, I believe.
Yeah, so the big storyline today, Temple has lost 10 consecutive games. James and I were actually here in the booth in our same spot over a month ago, which was January 7th. Which was the last time Temple got a victory. That was here against Wichita State, which actually took Temple to 1-1 in conference play. And who would have thought over a month later, they are 1-11 in conference play.
10 straight losses. That's, Max, that's hard to shake. You know, that's something that the number, they're constantly reminded of it. They know that they have not won a game in over a month. They have not won a game this entire second semester at school. Pretty crazy that this is the position that they're in, 1-11. But like I said in the pregame video, they just got to focus on one win at a time. You know, they can't take down UTSA by thinking about the next 6 games for the rest of the season. They just got to win today and finish the season strong.
Yeah, these are the final 6 games.
I believe.
Yeah, no, there's
today, UTSA, Wichita State, Rice,
3.
Tulsa, UAB, 6.
So this is the one of the final 6 games before they head off to Fort Worth on March 13th through the 17th, where they surely will be playing on the opening day of the tournament on the 13th.
Yep.
But good news for Temple, it's the second consecutive game, James. There's no injury report as of now. Jalil White, again, is back, but he once again will not be in the starting lineup. But again, this team's been really stricken with injuries all year.
Yeah.
Quante Berry, Jordan Riley,
Steve Settle missing a few games sick.
White's been the most injury-prone guy, but when you have these two teams where for Temple they have a 10-game losing streak, I know that this game maybe in the long run won't matter, but do you feel like there is kind of a must-win mentality of not the embarrassment of losing a game like this, but this just feels like a game they have to win?
It's just they've been right there in every single one essentially, Max. They're never really getting blown out. I can't remember the last time that they got blown out, truthfully. So the fact that they've just been in it and unable to close, that's something that's going to be on their mind all game tonight. And if it becomes a close game, it's going to be a test to see if they can overcome that mental gap, you know?
Yeah, and coming to this game again, both teams are 8-17 overall, but UTSA has one more win in the conference. UTSA is 2-10, while Temple is 1-11. UTSA's 2 wins in conference were Rice and Tulane. Their last win came on January 24th. So both teams are searching for a win in basically a month's time. Obviously a lot further along.
February has not been kind.
Yeah, both teams are winless in the month of February, but to be fair to Temple, they've had a rough stretch, James. They've had to play Memphis, Charlotte, FAU, Tulane, South Florida in the recent games. It's tough to win when you're playing a lot of that tough schedule.
I know that they are 1-11 in conference play, but the end of the season is pretty favorable schedule-wise to Temple. I mean, today, bottom team of the conference, UTSA.
Yeah.
Wichita State, Rice, Tulsa, UAB, UTSA. The best team in that is UAB.
UAB's good.
And UAB is solid, but so 5 out of the last 6 games of this regular season, these are winnable games, and even if they don't matter technically for this season, going forward with Adam Fisher, it would leave a better taste in people's mouths if they can finish the season strong with some momentum, you know?
Now, the starting lineups are being announced. For UTSA, it'll be Adante Holoman, P.J. Carter, Christian Tucker, Trey Edmonds, and Carlton Lingard. Their leading scorer, Jordan Ivy Curry. He's a junior from Texas, the transfer from Pacific. He averages around 17 points a game, but he is not in the starting lineup, so does not seem like he'll be playing today, which is probably why Temple has a big spread today, James. 6.5, 7-point spread to win this game. For Temple, it will be Hasir Miller, Jordan Riley, Matteo Piccarelli, Steve Settle, and Sam Hoffman, the same lineup for the second consecutive game.
I don't remember the last time that Temple was favored by as many as 7 points. Definitely an interesting spread for today's game, but it's going to be, I think Temple could very well play a good enough game and cover the spread.
Yes, this is, again, for Temple, trying to avoid this 10-game losing streak. And as you said, they've been in a lot of these games. Even Penny Hardaway said after the game, this is a team that should have won 5, 6, 7 more games than they should. And here they are at 1-11. But this would be a really bad loss for the program today if they can't find a way to pull this one out.
I totally agree.
It's
when you really think about it, back at home and without their leading scorer in UTSA,
yep,
that would be a very bad loss. I think they got to shoot the ball better. 29% from 3 last game at FAU. Hasir Miller specifically, if you're going to take 8 threes, you got to at least give three makes. 3 for 8, 4 for 8 at least. And he was 1 for 8 from 3 last game, so he's got to shoot better. Keep giving Sam Hoffman the ball if he's in that rhythm still. 4 for 4 from 3 last game. If he's feeling good, find him as well. And also I think Steve Settle has to step up.
Yeah.
Just 4 points last game and nearly 30 minutes of gameplay. If you're out there for 30 minutes, I think you got to give a little bit more production than 4 points.
Yes, the Temple Lions are being finished up here. And again, we'll see if Ivy Curry is still actually not playing at all today. That should be a big boost because UTSA does score around 80 points a game, James, and that's 17 points missing. That could be a big factor in this one.
Oh, without a doubt. 80 points per game is something that I bet Temple is honed in on in practice this week for sure. They know that they're probably going to take on a team that likes to play an up-tempo offense. But I trust Coach Fish and coaching staff probably found out about this injury update before the game, so that might adjust their game plan a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see how much that adjusts the game plan. The lineups have just been introduced. We're about to be ready for tip-off in a game where both teams are desperately in need of a victory here on this Sunday afternoon. Temple won't be back here at the Liacouras Center until March 2nd, where they'll play their final 2 home games on March 2nd against SMU and March, if I'm mistaken, March 2nd against Tulsa and March 7th against UAB. So those are the final home games. This is hilarious. They're playing this music. Liam is enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. If you know wrestling, you're enjoying this music. But we're getting ready. It's Hooters' birthday today, celebrating in WWE style with Cody Rhodes' music. But here we go. We're getting ready for tip-off.
Got all the mascots.
All the mascots. Rutgers, VCU, I saw.
Is that Villanova? We got Villanova.
Is it? Yeah, Villanova. So local mascots showing out for Hooter today. Did Nova have a game today?
They played yesterday.
Oh, they played yesterday. There you go.
They beat Georgetown, I think. No, Friday. They played on Friday night.
You're right. So
they played on Friday.
UTSA is in blue on blue with orange numbers at the moment. Temple is in white on white uniforms. Temple will be coming down left to right. UTSA will come down right to left. The Roadrunners have lost 5 in a row. The Owls have lost 10 in a row. Who can get off the schneid? And we're underway with Temple winning the opening tip-off. And we're underway from North Philadelphia. Hasir Miller has the ball at the very top of the key. Temple's leading scorer at 15 points a game. On the left side is Jordan Riley. Gets a screen from Hoffman. One-on-one is Riley. Cuts to the free throw line. Back up top, Piccarelli. Driving in on the left side. Fadeaway jump shot is no good, but Piccarelli is fouled. Now, he tries to do that a lot, James. Basically, every time he shoots a 3, he's trying to draw the foul. But that time, very obvious, aggressive foul on the Roadrunners.
I didn't get the time to sneak it in there, but I was going to say, don't be surprised if Matteo Piccarelli is the player to shoot the ball first for this Temple team. He shot the first 3 of the game against FAU, and he started off 1 for 1. So he's definitely a guy that they want to get going early. He misses the first.
Piccarelli, who's the Owls' best free throw shooter around
80% or so?
80%, exactly, 79.6. We're going to round up for Mateo. But he missed the first, and he connects on the second. The foul was on Holyman, number 5, Adante Holyman. So already a foul, not even 20 seconds into this one. It's 1-0 Temple, and the first possession of the game is for UTSA, the Roadrunners, who have only won 2 games so far in conference play. Holyman up top, driving down the right side. Holyman drives, and he is going to be fouled. Picarelli and Riley were in the area, but the foul will be on Riley, his first. So we are 40 seconds in, and each team has already committed a shooting foul.
Can't complain about that call.
No, both were pretty obvious.
Yeah, that was a lot of contact on the way up there.
Yeah, it looked like Picarelli had good positioning, but Riley came for some help, and that did not help at all. As Holyman at the line, and he misses the first one, so he had the foul on the other end. Adante Holyman, the 6-foot sophomore from McAllister, Oklahoma. Transfer from UT Rio Grande Valley. And he connects. So both teams missed the first free throw, make the second. So it is 1-1, 40 seconds.
You don't see that too often.
No. Well, we're going to see a lot of stuff you probably haven't seen all year in this game. Maybe not for the best of reasons. Riley driving in, fade away, didn't want to shoot it. Back out to Miller. Left side for Settle. Post-up opportunity for Hoffman. Hoffman kicks it out to Riley. Riley drives mid-range. Jump shot is short. The rebound. Hoffman got it back. It's a 3-on-2 for Temple. Settle for Riley. The layup is no good for Riley.
That was a great pass.
But he got it back. And Riley, the left-hand layup is good. Wild sequence, but Riley gets Temple's first field goal of the game.
Max, I don't know about you, but I'm getting a bit of a sense that Temple is going to be able to score a lot of points today.
You think?
I think so. And that early shot when Mateo, he got to the free throw line, Picarelli's a guy that he can explode for 20-plus points, so watch out for him today.
Lingard posting up Miller. It's a big mismatch. Lingard over 7 feet tall, and he gets the float-away jump shot. Carlton Lingard Jr., he's 7 foot, 225, going up against Miller's 6'1", 190.
It's always scary when you see a 7-footer make a shot like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of inches, a lot of pressure on Hasir. So we're tied up at 3, exactly 2 minutes into this one. Miller drives in. Miller, great move, and he gets the layup to go. Hasir Miller is on the board. And Temple leads 5-3.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Hasir Miller you get today if you're a Temple fan. Some games they'll play very well, shoot the ball efficiently, and then some games there's the ones like FAU where he was 1 for 8 from three-point line.
Holyman has the ball at the top. Holyman driving again. Tough jump shot. Well short. Rebound goes to Sam Hoffman. Miller pushing it back the other way. Miller kicks it out to Settle. Settle wide open for 3. Yes! Steve Settle connects on a 3, and Temple's red-hot start continues. They lead by 5.
Good to see Steve Settle already having 3 points on the board. Just put up 4 last game. I'm interested to see if he's going to have a big day today.
Some nice defense on Tucker. Throws it in the corner. That's the tall Lingard for 3. He missed it. Rebound by Riley. 8-3 Temple, 3 minutes in. Riley drives in. Riley's fouled. They're going to say it's on the floor, though. So that is going to be another foul on UTSA. And the foul will be called on number 22, Christian Tucker. Tucker is their leading scorer of active players, averaging around 12 a game.
Thinking if this is the NBA, Jordan Riley is going to the free throw line.
Yes, he is. It felt like there could be a continuation.
It was a 50-50.
Back with the ball is Temple coming down left to right. Miller, step back, thought about, same spot for Settle. This time he passes up the 3. In between the legs, step back jump shot's way off for Settle. Not a great shot there.
No, that's not the shot there. Early in the shot clock, have a lot of time left to move the ball around.
Tucker.
Through the leg, step back.
Tucker back the other way. UTSA. It's a long 3 for Holyman. No good. Another rebound for Riley. Here comes Riley back the other way. The transfer from Georgetown for Temple. Miller in the post. Miller spins. Holyman knocks it out of Miller's hands, but it will stay with Temple. 16:24 remaining in the half. 21 on the shot clock.
With Ivy Curry out, it looks like Holyman might be the guy that leads the offense a little bit today.
I know Ivy Curry is in now, so he is off the bench.
He's off the bench.
So something must be an issue for him, but he's off the bench. He is UTSA's leading scorer at 16 a game. Picarelli's open at the free throw line. Bank shot, no good from Picarelli.
Wanted a foul call there.
Yes, as back the other way, you have Cuthrell and Ivy Curry in for the first time. Ivy Curry wearing number 1 for UTSA. Carter, his floater, no good. Another rebound for Temple. Hoffman again. It's really been him or Riley getting the boards. 4 minutes in, it's a 5-point Temple lead. Here's Piccarelli off a screen. Same shot. This time again, not good for Piccarelli.
It's a great look. Great
job getting him his looks, but he's just not delivering the finishes. And here is Jaden Ivy Curry, 16 a game for UTSA, guarded by Piccarelli. Ivy Curry spins and the jump shot's good. Beautiful shot from him.
Well, didn't take long to show why he's the leading scorer for the Roadrunners. I mean, just a phenomenal move saying, Matteo Piccarelli, get off me, put him in a spin cycle, and then drills the jumper.
6'3" transferred from Pacific here to UTSA. Riley, mid-range jump shot is good for Jordan Riley.
He likes that pull-up jumper, that one dribble pull-up. He's pretty solid at that shot.
Riley leads all scorers with 4. Temple leads 10-5 with 15 minutes remaining in the first half. Waiting for that first commercial break. 3-ball for Ivy Curry. And he connects, and he already has 5 points after walking onto the court. So it is now 10-8 Temple. If you're talking about if Ivy Curry would play or not, he's playing, and he's clearly been the best player on the floor so far. Now some zone for UTSA. Piccarelli almost throws it away. Miller for 3. No good. Rebound right to Settle. Stills underneath the basket. Reverse layup. No good by Settle. Rebound comes out to Ivy Curry, and he's coming back the other way. Ivy Curry coast to coast. He kicks it out to the left side for Tucker, and then Tucker goes in the post. Tucker spins. His floater is good. Tucker just took Miller down the block, and Miller's been abused a bit defensively so far.
Without a doubt.
So we are tied up at 10. 14-10 in. Not a lot of stoppages in this game so far after the first 40 seconds.
And a zone, since the folks can't see, UTSA is playing a 1-3-1 right now.
Riley faked the dunk. Oh my God, he went for a poster, but they call a foul on UTSA. Riley misses the dunk, but that takes us into our first TV timeout. We're all tied up at 10 here at the Liacouras Center. Hey, we're back at Liacouras Center. I'm Max Sinnerberg, joined by James Urban. It is a birthday for Hooter, and a lot of different mascots, James, we saw there. The Philly Fanatic is here. The Villanova Wildcat, the Delaware Blue Coat mascot is here, so we'll keep updating you if we see any new mascots.
Yeah, that's the new one I saw that I didn't see earlier, Delaware.
Yeah. So right now we are tied up at 10. It was a sloppy start, but both teams are finding a groove offensively here.
Oh, for sure. I got the sense early that I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, and now Jaleel White is on the court along with Zion Stanford.
Yeah, Stanford, they're going small here. Interesting move from Coach Fisher. Yeah. Hoffman and Settle off the court. So they're running with basically all guards at the moment. Riley made the first one, and he makes the second one. Misses the second one. So it's 11-10 Temple with 14 minutes to play here. It's Ivy, Curry, Fuller, Cuthrell, Diouf, and Tucker. The lineup for UTSA, they're coming down right to left, wearing their blue jerseys with orange numbers. Ivy Curry off the bench has 5, leading the way for UTSA. Steal for Riley. It's a 1-on-2. Riley wants the bucket. Riley got the layup. And what a start for Jordan Riley. He has 7 already for Temple.
And had 19 last game against FAU, led the team in scoring. So Jordan Riley clearly playing some of his best basketball so far this season.
Driving in, though, tough layup is no good by Tucker, but a foul is called again on Temple. This will be on Jaleel White, so he walks right into the game and commits a foul. So more free throws. So we have a mixture of offensive dominating because either the buckets are going in or there's going to be fouls called here.
Yeah. Temple already with how many personal fouls?
That's a 2 on Temple.
That's 2 on Temple.
2 on Temple, 3 on UTSA.
3 on UTSA.
So here is Tucker, the second leading scorer for UTSA. He misses the first free throw. Both teams with dreadful starts from the line. Shane Dezzoni checking in for the first time for Temple. He'll come in for Matteo Piccarelli. So Temple running with Stanford, White, Miller, Riley, and Dezzoni. So still no center for Temple. And the tallest player out there for UTSA is 6'6". And Temple's tallest player as well is 6'7". So small lineups for both teams.
I'm curious how Dezzoni bouncing back, if he's going to be able to do so. Just 1 for 7 from the field last game.
Miller takes a bump, throws up a floater. No good. There's a foul on the rebound. Down low. Tucker completely decked Riley out of the way. And it's another foul on UTSA. So 13-11. Temple in front. 13:01 remaining in the half. And now Holliman, Adante Holliman back in the game for UTSA. So also there will be 20 on the shot clock for the Owls. White has it. They're coming down left to right in all white. Miller on the left side got a screen, has a switch. Stanford has it. He's getting double teamed. Now Stanford in the post. Stanford wow, good defense by UTSA. Miller for 3, no good. Rebound by Ivy Curry. He has 5 points already for UTSA. He is everywhere already. He has the ball now. 20 on the shot clock for Ivy Curry, guarded by Jordan Riley.
I wonder why he came off the bench.
Yeah, because he looks like the best player they have by far. Holliman again driving. Looks like a jump ball, and it is. Good effort by Dezzoni. Possession arrow is for UTSA. We have 12:22 left in the half.
And even when you're not making shots, scoring at a high clip, you can still affect the game in positive ways like that on defense, forcing a jump ball. Shane Dezzoni, if he's not going to score a lot of points today, he can play great defense and help them out on that side.
Quante Berry now in the game for Temple. Ivy Curry for 3, no good. Rebound. Tough rebound, but it's off of UTSA. Stanford was fighting off 2 Roadrunners. They'll go to Temple. So Quante Berry in for Hasir Miller. Temple still has no assists on their first 5 field goals of the game. UTSA only has 1 assist on their 4. So a lot of iso ball here so far today. Riley, screen and roll, tough jump shot. Yes! Riley has 9 already for Temple, and they lead by 4 with 12 minutes to play in the first half.
You can tell he's looking for his next shot. He's playing so confident right now.
Riley with 9 points and 3 rebounds. Could be one of his best games wearing a cherry and white uniform. As Holliman, tough screen, Ivy Curry from the free throw line. Wow, he is good. He is good. tough contested jump shot from the free throw line. It's 15-13. Curry has 7. And it's back to a 2-point Temple lead with 11:30 to play here in the first half at the Liacouras Center. Thanks for joining us here on WHIP on YouTube. Riley in the post. Riley needs to give it up. He does to Stanford. Not a shooter. Fake the 3. Zion drives in. His layup is no good. Thought he got fouled. So 5-on-4 for the Roadrunners. Fuller brings it up. Good recovery by Temple. And they'll reset with Ivy Curry against Riley. Ivy Curry to the right side. Long 3 for Fuller is good. Second 3 for UTSA, and they get their first lead of the game. They lead by 1 with 10:50 remaining in the first half. White has it now back up to Riley on the left side. Riley driving in, one-on-one with Ivy Curry. Riley lost the ball. Take it away. And then Temple takes it right back up to Zoni. 4-on-3 for Temple. Dezzoni for 3. No good. Rebound brought in by Cuthrell. Back, a lot of action here. High-speed action. As now Fuller regains control for UTSA. Another 3 for the Roadrunners. This one's also good. Cuthrell Jr. connects. He only averages 4 a game, and he hits a 3, and now a quick spurt for the Roadrunners. They lead by 4.
Wow, I mean, it's going to update really quickly on our screen, but right now UTSA shooting around 58.3% from the field right now.
White is fouled going for a layup by Diouf. Temple in a bit of some trouble here. The Roadrunners are on fire. We'll be back as the Roadrunners lead by 4. And we're back from the Liacouras Center. It is a 19-15 lead, James. James over to Max Sennenberg here with you. A little 8-0 spurt by the Roadrunners to take a 4-point lead. And then the thing that happened, James, is they found that 3-point ball. Back-to-back threes their last 2 possessions.
Yeah, I mean, nearly shooting 60% from the field as well. Temple, they're also not playing great defense at all right now.
Yeah.
And I think they were a little bit, I was thrown off at least by Ivy Curry coming off the bench. He came in at, what was it, the 16-minute mark or something around there. So he was not out for long. I think that might have threw off the Owls just a little bit, but I think that spurt, just being down 4, Jaleel White going to the line, this is going to be easy to get back into this game.
So Temple will go to the free throw line as it is 19-15. They are trailing. Jordan Riley will shoot 2. Now Temple, James, going back to their big lineup here. with Settle and Hoffman back in the game. So it does not look like the small ball worked.
Small ball did not work.
No. So Matteo Piccarelli's also back in, so is Hasir Miller. So basically a hockey-sized substitution for the Owls. White will shoot 2 for Temple, and he connects on the first one. First point of the game for him.
Unfortunately for Temple, they pretty much are always playing small ball because the big guy, Hoffman, really only 6'5", and Settle kind of plays out in the three-point line.
That's right. White connects on both. First time someone today has made 2 consecutive free throws at the strike. 19-17 at the exact halfway mark of this first half. Thanks for joining us here. Ivy Curry, Edmonds, Fuller, Hollyman, Cuthrell, the lineup. And a foul on Temple. And it'll be Sam Hoffman, the personal. So third team foul for Temple, 4 for UTSA. 5 on UTSA, 3 on Temple.
Pretty easy blocking call right there. You never want to foul 30 feet from the basket.
Ivy Curry, no good for 3. The rebound goes to Jaleel White, who runs it down. Still an easy look for him that he'll knock down more times than not. White driving in. White goes in the post against Edmonds. White puts up a floater. Short. Rebound brought in by Cuthrell. And Ivy Curry brings it up for the Roadrunners. It is Ivy Curry getting a couple screens. He'll resettle with Settle. Did not mean to say that, no pun intended, as Hollyman has it. Dribble handoff here with Edmonds. With Fuller, correction. Fuller in the post against Settle. Fuller, fadeaway shot, no good. The rebound, wow, all over the place is Cuthrell. His dunk is good. And Cuthrell, the guy who does not put up a lot of stats for them this year, has been all over the place for the Roadrunners.
I mean, he's just moving bodies down there, doing whatever he wants.
And he's only 6'8", he's 6'8", 220. Miller off a screen. Miller, fadeaway jump shot is good. That's a vintage Miller shot. And cuts the lead down to 2 for UTSA.
I was going to say, I don't really like that shot all the time, but if it goes in, then you can't really complain.
So now the ball is Ivy Curry up top, guarded by Miller, who's been kind of used by the Roadrunners in this first half. Ivy Curry doubled, throws it up, he walks right by Miller and scores. Rough half for Hasir defensively, and Ivy Curry now up to a game-leading 9 off the bench.
Looks like Hasir had to go to the side to avoid a foul call there.
And now White driving in. White triple teamed.
Yep.
And the ball's taken out of his hands by Fuller. Back the other way comes Hollyman. His layup is good.
Wow.
And it is all UTSA. They've made 6 of their last 8. They lead by 6 with 8 minutes to play in the first half.
How about that finish, man?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy. The English off the backboard there.
Hoffman a 3, yes! He was 4 for 4 on Thursday night against FAU, and he is 1 for 1. He connects on a much-needed Owls 3.
I'm kind of upset it took him this long to finally take a shot, Max.
Yeah, I know. Tough shot, no good by Edmonds over Hoffman. White will push it for Temple. White screen from Hoffman. White has a layup. It is good. Jaleel White wants a foul.
A lot of contact, no call.
No call and a quick 5-0 run. Temple's down within 1. Piccarelli all over Hollyman here. Down the other way. Hollyman driving in. Oh, wow. He crossed over Piccarelli for 3. No good. Easy offensive rebound for UTSA. Corner 3. Cuthrell again. He airballed it. Rebound by Piccarelli. Temple back the other way. Miller, not good spacing here by Temple. 3 guys are in a 1 spot. Miller drives in. His layup is, he missed it. Wide open. Offensive rebound by White. Settle open 3 is no good. And back comes Ivy Curry. And UTSA's head coach, Steve Henson's like, let's just slow it down.
Slow it down. The pace of this game is really picking up.
It's more frantic than quick, I would say. Well, Ivy Curry, great look. 3 ball. No good by Fuller. Rebound by Settle.
And these are all great looks for both teams. Steve Settle wide open. Cawthron in the corner.
White pulling up for 3.
Wow.
Not his shot. It goes in and out. And now Temple's going to bring Riley in that. I don't think the coaching staff liked that shot at all for Jaleel White. Ivy Curry at the free throw line. Bumped, floater, good. Wow, he is good. 11 off the bench for him.
You know what that is, Max? That's a pro move right there. Using the body, getting Settle off of him, floater leaning to the right. That's a tough shot right there.
So Temple trails 27-24, 5:50 remaining in half number 1. Piccarelli, top of the key. Hoffman to his right. Dribble handoff with Piccarelli. Piccarelli for 3. Yes! Piccarelli connects, and we're tied up at 27. Great look for Piccarelli. He's gotten some good looks this half. Finally gets one to go home. And we're matched up at 27 apiece with 5:25 to play. Hollyman kicks it out wide open to Ivy Curry. Didn't want the 3 though. Crossing over, lost the ball. Piccarelli has it on the ground, flips it to White, 2-on-1. Miller, and so Miller lobs it. Settle missed the layup because he was bumped by Hollyman. We'll take a break.
Frantic or quick?
Frantic.
Frantic.
We're tied up at 27 here at the Liacouras Center. 5:14 remaining in a frantic opening half. And we're back at the Liacouras Center as the Philly Fanatic is flexing and doing push-ups on the court.
On one arm.
That's pretty impressive. Can you do that, James?
No, I can't. That's why I'm very impressed.
Yeah, that's why the Fanatic is the best mascot in all of sports, as it is a 27 game. I'm Max Sinnerberg, joined by James Urban on Hooters' birthday here on this Sunday afternoon matchup. It has been a frantic, not great basketball, but there is a lot of action. It feels like a hockey game where it's just back and forth and back and forth, James, and it's led to a pretty evenly matched matchup here so far.
Yeah, I mean, Temple, they got right back in it after being down 4 points right there, 19-15. And like I said, high-scoring game. Both these teams should finish with, I think, close to 40 or right at 40 by the end of this half, the way this game is going. Definitely, final score could definitely be in the 80s here.
And we were right about that Jaleel White pull-up 3. He goes right to the bench.
Yeah, no,
Jordan Riley, who, by the way, has led Temple with 9. He is back in now. Before the break, Settle got fouled, so he will shoot 2. Now, by the way, that's the 6th team foul for UTSA, so Temple will be in the bonus for these final 5 minutes of this opening half. Settle will shoot 2, and he connects on the first one. Yeah. Again, Settle, 6'10", 180 pounds, transfer from Howard, played in the NCAA tournament against Kansas a season ago. And here he is at Temple in his first season, connecting on both. So Settle has 5, Temple by 2 with 5:10 remaining in the first half. Lingard, Wyatt, Diouf, Carter, and Tucker. So no Ivy Curry for UTSA. Can that help Temple? Oh. Almost a turnover. Riley almost had his second steal. He does get it. Riley going all the way. He got stripped. Miller got it back, threw it off of a Roadrunner, and it'll be Temple ball down on our end, left to right. Jordan Riley playing a lot of force here today.
I mean, that's a great steal. Awesome effort on the defensive end. And then you always get this feeling right before he's about to jump, like, oh my God, what is he about to do?
Settle has the ball at the free throw line on the inbound, spins, layup. Wow, when did we see that all year? Settle spins and lays it in. Temple by 4, 4:40 to play, first half.
You mentioned Steve Settle went to the NCAA tournament last year. I was thinking about it. He's the only Temple out with tournament experience.
That is correct, out of this whole team.
The whole team, just him.
Hoffman bumping into Tucker, no foul. Left corner. Oh wow, Picarelli and Miller both basically took the ball away from Tucker. Fisher is not happy, and what he does is when he's not happy, he sits by himself on the bench for a couple of seconds, and that's what Fisher just did. He's a very energetic. He leaves all of his emotion on his sleeve. Gotta respect that from Coach Adam Fisher, the new head coach here at Temple, formerly assistant at Penn State and Miami. Tucker throws it into Lingard. His floater is no good. Rebound. 4 guys are tipping it. What is this, volleyball? Lingard blocked. Lingard missed another shot. It's Temple.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, UTSA got it back. And on their 4th try, it is Isaiah Wyatt getting the bucket.
Hot potato.
That was more like volleyball and hot potato than basketball. Temple by 2, under 4 to play. Opening half. Riley mid-range jump shot. Missed it. Rebound for Lingard. Back pushing it is Carter. Carter coast to coast. He's fouled by Riley, which is a big one. That will be number 2 on Temple's leading scorer. 2 fouls on line. This is our last TV timeout before the end of the first half. Temple leading by 2. And we're back. A big news there at the Liacouras. Mayor Sherelle Parker in the building, taking a picture at center court with women's basketball head coach Diane Richardson.
How about that?
That's a big story here on campus.
Mayor Philly in the house.
Mayor Philly in the house, but also this Temple women's basketball team, currently the number 2 seed in the AAC right now, 1 game from winning the regular season title. Could the women be dancing in March? We don't know, but they have the number 2 seed. They'll be back in action tomorrow night here on WHIP on YouTube, 7 o'clock game against Tulane. James will be back on the call with Zach Silverstein as they take on the Tulane Green Wave in a, I mean, this type of women's basketball team is the hottest thing on campus at the moment, James.
Since I've been at Temple, this is the best team, basketball-wise. Basketball, football, any of the bigger sports at Temple, this women's team this year is the best Temple team that I have seen so far during my time.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know about you.
No, they are by far. In my 4 years here, by far the only team that has a threat to do any damage in postseason play. But they will try to win tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern's tip-off live back here at the Liacouras. They're looking for their 9th conference win of the season.
What a great job that Diane has done.
She did it at Towson. Year 1, we're bad. Second year, she took Towson to their one and only NCAA tournament appearance. Last year was a rough year for Temple. Only like 8 players on the active roster, and here we are trying to get them back into the NCAA tournament. Free throws for UTSA is number 21, P.J. Carter, the transfer from Campbell, as he's shooting 2. The foul's on Riley, which is his second. That's a big second foul on Jordan Riley. Oh, they took it away from him. Correction. They called the foul on Piccarelli, which is his second. No offense to Mateo, that's a better second for him than Riley. So we are all tied up at 31. 3:35 to play first half. Miller kicks up top to Hoffman. Dribble handoff up top with Miller. Again, Temple coming down left to right wearing all white. Settle. Kicks out to Hoffman. Hoffman around for Miller at the very top key. Miller crossing over, lost the ball, got it back. There is 8 on the shot clock for Fave. Miller, step back, contested 3 is good for Hasir Miller. Awful possession, but he gets rewarded with a 3.
Bailing him out there, hitting the deep step back 3 with the guy in his face as well. That was a tough shot.
Temple by 3, 3 minutes to play, first half. Ivy Curry, he's back in, he already has the ball, feeds Lingard, he missed it, it's off the fingertips of Settle. So 2:52 remaining, 20 on the shot clock for UTSA. They're coming down right to left. And now Tucker's back in for the Roadrunners, taking out P.J. Carter. Ivy Curry leads UTSA in all statistics, 11 points, 3 rebounds and assists. Temple's led by 9 for Jordan Riley. 7 as well for Miller and Settle. Lingard against Settle. Lingard got the layup to go. Carlton Lingard, the transfer from Kansas State, gets the bucket, and it's 34-33 Temple. We have 2:30 remaining. Piccarelli off a screen. Back to Hoffman. Piccarelli had a look, didn't want to shoot it. Now he gets a mismatch. Miller on the left side.
He's 1 for 1 from 3.
Miller, another long 3. No good. A long rebound, trouble for Temple. Tucker driving, kicks it out. It's a fake 3 for UTSA. And the floater is good by Wyatt. Isaiah Wyatt gives UTSA the lead again, 35-34, with 2 minutes to play in the half.
Oh, yeah, but what I was saying on the previous possession, Piccarelli 1 for 1 from 3, known as a 3-point shooter. You kind of want to see him take more shots.
Yeah, today he is 1 for 3, but only one of those from deep. Riley in the left corner. Riley drives in with his right hand. The left hand finish, no good. Hoffman tips it to Miller, and he got hit hard from behind by Cuthrell. It'll be a bonus situation now for Temple, James. Miller will shoot a 1-and-1.
Sometimes Hasir has trouble at the free throw line. Down 1 right now. In order to get a lead at halftime, Hasir is going to have to knock down these, and it starts with the first one on a 1-and-1. But yeah, like I mentioned, sometimes he struggles at the line.
Piccarelli coming out, Jaleel White re-entering the game for the Owls. Hasir Miller will shoot 2. As you said, it's weird for him. He's only a 73% free throw. Should be better for a guy who shoots the ball like him. Here is his 1-and-1. First one is short. And there's we alluded to it, and it happened. For some reason, he just can't get the free throw shooting under control. Wow, Ivy Curry is quick, dribbling it up quick against Riley. Not a good pass, though, sending it to trying to find Lingard, maybe. Here's Tucker driving in, kicking out to Ivy Curry. On the left side is Ivy Curry. He drives in, the floater is short. Rebound, it's more volleyball. Lingard dunking on White. UTSA timeout, but we'll stay here as UTSA now is up for a 3-point lead, James.
Yeah, things you can feel that they were starting to lose a little bit of this game control-wise, so Adam Fisher definitely...
No, UTSA called timeout.
Oh, UTSA called timeout. Oh.
Yes.
Okay. That seemed like a good opportunity for Temple to talk things over, but I guess not.
Yeah, it was. They had all the momentum. A 6-0 run in the last...
UTSA has all the momentum, so I was kind of confused by that, but I guess this is a good break for Temple to kind of collect themselves.
A little 6-0 run for UTSA.
Leah Nelson in the house, women's team.
Yeah, she just said be here at 7 tomorrow. Is what she said. Be here at 7 tomorrow. So the Temple women's team, they always are here for the men's team, supporting them, especially Aaliyah. And I've been in a class with her last semester. That's who she is, in and out of the court. So be here tomorrow. James back on the call, as that is the team to know here on campus. Temple down 3, 1:19 remaining in the first half. Temple's biggest lead is 5. UTSA's biggest lead has been 6 in this first half. It's really been tight, 50-50 really the whole game. Miller, screen from Hoffman at the top of the key. Miller driving in, kicks it out top key for Riley. He drives down the right side. Riley back out to the left for Miller. Left corner for White. White drives in, White needs help, Hoffman. Hoffman for 3. Short, rebound by UTSA's Fuller Jr. Not a good possession for Temple. Now Kupfel's left open for 3, and he missed it. But again, Lingard gets the rebound. Out to Ivy Curry's 3, no good. Another offensive rebound for UTSA. Carter, and they are dominating the glass.
8 offensive rebounds.
They're out rebounding Temple by 7 here so far. And there is currently 5 seconds separating the shot at game clock. Carter for 3, good. They deserve that one.
And now a Temple timeout.
Yeah, Fisher calls timeout now as UTSA leads by 6 with 18 seconds remaining in the first half. So, 9-0 run for the Roadrunners. This half has gotten out of control. And Temple is down 6, largest lead of the game for UTSA.
I had a feeling somebody was going to touch 40 in this first half, and there it was right there. You had a feeling that they were going to score eventually right there, didn't you?
They deserved it. They got 2 offensive rebounds.
It just kind of felt like something was bound to fall at the end of that possession for UTSA. They also just added some time on the clock as well.
They did. Now it's, as they lowered it, now it's 18.5 remaining.
Oh, they lowered it.
So Temple will have the last shot of this half, and it feels like not a dreadful half, but this last 2 minutes could be like a 13-3 run over the last 4 minutes. Could be the determining factor. Temple has not scored in 3 minutes time here. So Temple's last lineup will be Piccarelli, Miller, Riley, White, and Hoffman.
Yeah, Fisher just threw in Piccarelli right when he called that timeout, obviously for 3-point purposes, so wouldn't be surprised if he gets one here.
Now back to a zone here, as James alluded to earlier.
1-3-1.
1-3-1. You don't really see this a lot.
AAU style. They gotta go.
There's 4 seconds. They haven't done anything. Miller has 2.
What is
and they're not even gonna get off a shot. Miller stripped with. Oh, and then he's going to get a technical because he just shoved the UTSA player with 0.1 seconds. Now, the clock should have been down to 0, right? Why is there 0.1?
Well, there couldn't be a worse way to end the half.
Ooh, Fisher's now talking to some UTSA guys as well. Miller was heated. He got stripped. And Ivy Curry flopped, to be fair.
Yeah, but he still extended his arm.
He did, but Miller lost composure last game against FAU. The shot at the buzzer was a wide open layup. He missed it, and the FAU bench was talking a lot of trash to Miller. Miller was not happy with it. It feels like there's a lot of pent-up frustration, and Temple cannot lose composure in a game like this.
I mean, winning cures everything, and that's the opposite of what Temple has been doing. 10 straight losses at this point. I said in the pregame, it's in their head. They know what this streak has been like. It's tough, and everybody knows 10 losses in a row. It's just not a good feeling, and it's just shown right there that Hyseer Miller, I guarantee you, if they've won 10 in a row, he would never do that.
This should be halftime now. I don't know why there's 0.1. Now, Miller, will he be ejected for this? We're going to see.
No way.
The 2 referees are currently looking at a video footage of this.
All right, before we dive into this, into halftime, what was that play?
It was nothing. There was 18 seconds. They dribble up the court. They waited until 5 seconds.
You have to go at 7 or 8. That is the known rule.
Maybe 10. I mean,
maybe even 10. But the known rule for basketball to close out a quarter, a half, whatever it may be, end of the game. You go with 7 to 8 seconds left. Hyseer Miller was standing there dribbling, going nowhere with 5. I don't know what the deal was.
That could be coaching, that could be players, it could be everything involved. Yeah. This is a long review. Now, initially, the ref right away teed up Hyseer. They really can't afford to lose him. He's kind of their lone ball handler on this team.
Yeah, so, I mean, UTSA is already guaranteed getting free throws at
least 2.
At least 2 to close this half. And
to go up by 8 at halftime.
To go up by possibly 8 points. And, I mean, who knows? They've been looking at this for a while, and now the 3 officials are talking to each other.
This is taking a while here. I don't know why. This shouldn't be an ejection. He didn't punch him. He didn't.
There was no foul play.
He didn't hit him in the face. You know, this is soft. This has to be it's a T. It's what it is. It was a T. It was a fair technical.
This is a technical.
We don't need to waste 5 minutes of time here on a T, right?
Everybody they might as well just go to the concessions, start their halftime activities.
So the one referee is now going to tell the TV booth. Again, we are not near the TV broadcast, so we're like the fans. We're just going to wait and see what the call is. Now the ref's talking to Adam Fisher. We're just waiting for an announcement. That's why we're being quiet here, to see what this call is.
What? This is taking a long time. Well, I think flagrant. They said he put up 2, I think.
Did he?
I don't know. We're going to wait and see.
Let's see. Now, Adam Fisher does not look pissed off at all. For the leader of the team to do that was not a great sign there for Hyseer.
I said winning cures everything, and everybody's upset.
Hyseer just took a seat on the bench. So I don't really know what's going on here. Now Fisher needs another explanation.
And now they're back to the scores table.
They are. This is taking so long for a guy who shoved someone. That was all it was, a shove.
Look at Picarelli and Riley, them just like waiting to like, come on now. Let's get on with this.
The PA announcer has yet to make an announcement.
Number 22 on UTSA. Oh. Just a technical.
So a technical. Now a technical does mean a foul, so it is another foul on Miller. But number 22 is Christian Tucker, who is UTSA's second leading scorer at 12 points a game. Now I didn't see what he did to get ejected. Now
he left the bench apparently.
He could have that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
There's 0.6 left. So free throws though for Ivy Curry, because it was a technical on Miller. So he'll shoot 2. First one's good. He's the lone player. Now look, Adam Fisher's having a long talk with Hyseer Miller on the Temple sideline.
Yeah.
They're sitting right next to each other. Ivy Curry splits the free throws. So now Temple's not going to get free throws?
I believe it's just an ejection and no technical. So no free throws, yeah.
So no free throws.
Yeah, you got to assume Coach Fish.
UTSA ball with 0.6. So technically they have a catch and shoot, and that will not happen. So that will take us to the end of the first half. UTSA goes on a 10-0 run in the final 3 minutes. To wrap things up, we have an ejection, we've had tees, we've had hot potatoes. It was a fun half.
The longest 0.6 of our lives.
It was. We'll be back in around 13 minutes for second half coverage. Temple down 7. Welcome back, everyone. This is the WHIP Radio Live on YouTube for our broadcast of Temple men's basketball. The Temple men's team currently down 41-34 at the halftime against UTSA, against both teams with a combined 3 wins in conference play. Temple has lost 10 in a row. UTSA has lost 5 in a row. And this was a pretty much, I'm Max Ever, joined by James Urban. It was a very much evenly matched game in that first half, James, but a 10-0 run in the final 3-ish minutes of that half led to UTSA having a comfortable lead at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, Temple, they really just let it slip away there at the end of the half. I mean, and then you had the weird technical situation. Some guy got ejected. So, Tucker, the second leading scorer for the Roadrunners, he will be out of the game for this second half.
And Miller has a tee, so one more.
And Miller has a tee, so one more. He's gone. Which I guess you can't say is impossible to happen. It could.
But he lost his emotion. Adam Fisher had a one-on-one conversation with him.
I assumed he probably mentioned that too. I see her, one more and you're out. You got to keep your composure.
So we're 45 seconds away from the second half action, James. We talked about this being a must-win, and this would, for a lot of people, feel like their worst loss of the season because they've had a lot of tough games. They've played Charlotte and Memphis and South Florida, topped FAU, these top teams in the conference, but this is the second worst team in the conference by seed. You feel like Temple at home should win this game, and here they are in a position where they need a huge second half to pull this one out.
It would be a very bad loss for them. Down 7 right now. Safe to say that spread -7 for Temple. It's hard giving them that many points. They've lost 10 in a row. So it's just weird that was the line for that, and I mean, evidently so. They're down 7 right now at half. But how they open up the second half is huge. It's huge.
So we're getting ready as both teams are currently in their final huddle before the second half action. Again, 41-34. Ivy Curry leads all scorers at 12 off the bench for UTSA. Jordan Riley had 9 in the first 6 minutes of the game, and he really couldn't find another bucket the rest of the half. So he leads the team with 9 for Temple, 7 for both Miller and Settle.
And there was that fortunate where he was going to get 2 fouls, but then they gave the other foul to Piccarelli.
Yes.
So Riley was going to have 2, but they took it away. And
that technical foul is a personal, by the way, so that's 2 on Miller. So he will play with that for the remainder of the game. Temple ball, they're wearing all white.
So nobody in real foul trouble right now.
No, they're coming down the other end now. Going from right to left in all white are the Owls. Miller, Piccarelli, Hoffman, Settle, and Riley, the starting 5 for the Owls. Miller to Settle on the right side. Back up top for Miller. Temple down by 7. Miller for 3. And it's no good. Offensive rebound by Hoffman. Piccarelli thought about a 3. He drives, kicks to Hoffman. Hoffman for 3. Short again. Well short for Hoffman. And back comes UTSA. They have Lingard, Edmonds, Fuller, Holloman, and Carter. Again, Tucker, their second leading scorer, ejected for leaving the bench during an altercation. So he will not play in this second half. 3 ball, no good for UTSA by Edmonds. Rebound by Miller. UTSA wearing blue with orange numbers coming down left to right. Riley drives in, step back, jump shot is rolling
Oh
out.
my God.
Rebound Miller, gives it to Hoffman. Piccarelli open for 3. No good.
Oh, great looks.
Man, Temple has gotten their second chances already a minute into the second half, and they just can't connect.
Piccarelli mismatch.
And a wide open slam for 2 for Edmonds, Trey Edmonds. And it's now a 9-point lead. This is the biggest lead of the game for the Roadrunners. So Temple, man, has had their looks already in the second half. And that's a foul against the Roadrunners. That's on Fuller, will be his first. And it'll be the first team foul of the second half. Temple down 43-34, trying to avoid an 11-game losing streak. And everyone thought this game would be the one to get them the monkey off the wrench, as they say, monkey off the back. Can they do it here? They need a miracle second half, really, at this point. Miller, reverse layup is good. Hasir Miller now up to 9 points, and Temple's down by 7.
A sweet, calm move, really taking his time on that drive right there.
UTSA with the ball again with Holloman. Top of the key, Edmonds. To his right is Carter. Top of the key off a screen. 3-ball for the Roadrunners. No good by Lingard. 7-footer likes to be at the outside arc.
And he has a good-looking shot, too.
But he's been very dominant when he gets the ball in the paint. Miller open for 3. Yes! 5 for Miller in the second half. And Temple's down by 4.
Good to see Miller finally get one to fall, but that was also just really poor defense for UTSA, just backing off, and nobody accounted for Hyseer Miller there.
Miller, first owl in double figures today. It's Miller, and now he's on the ground, taking the ball away from a Roadrunner. Settle on a 3-on-2. Settle wants it all. He got the layup on a coast-to-coast, and Temple's on a 7-0 run to cut the lead to 2. 43-41 Roadrunners.
Good defense.
Hollyman, he should have shot it, didn't want it. Settle steals it, and then Settle is fouled by Lingard or Hollyman, and just like that,
Ivy Curry
gets the call from his head coach to check back in. But good hustle from the Owls here to start the second half. As Hollyman, who just threw it away,
he knows that he's coming out.
Yeah. Miller, 7-0 run in a minute for Temple after being down by 9. Good response by the Owls. So now Miller has it as a Let's Go Temple chance. Beams through the Liacouras Center. Wow, that was off of Hoffman. Miller trying to get it to Hoffman. It tipped off Ivy Curry first, and then it off Hoffman.
I see Miller.
Sloppy turnover by Temple.
Miller clearly frustrated, yelling at Picarelli and Hoffman.
Turnover number 2 for Miller. Turnover number 4 for Temple. Only 4 turnovers for Temple, only 6 for UTSA. Ivy Curry against Hoffman, gets it to Lingard in the post against Picarelli. Lingard's fouled by Picarelli. That will be 3 personal fouls, James, on Matteo Picarelli. And that will send Lingard to the line for 2. Lingard coming in averaging 10 and 6 a game. 76% free throw shooter. Again, Lingard is the transfer from Kansas State. Shooting 2. As he will shoot now. Fisher making no move to the bench, so it does not look like they're going to take out Picarelli.
Edmonds. He was struggling at free throws and warm-ups.
Never mind, it's also only his second foul, so I guess they messed that up in the scorecard, so only 2 for Picarelli.
You were talking about the turnovers. Temple's actually winning the turnover battle, and they're doing well this year. In addition to not giving the ball away, Temple is 3rd in the AAC in turnover margin at plus 2.2.
Lingard misses the second one. The ball's bouncing. Miller gets the rebound.
Something that's surprising because Temple doesn't really lead the conference in much of anything, but being 3rd in turnover margin is pretty solid.
Miller drives in. Hyseer rejected. Offensive rebound. It goes off the hands of Settle. And UTSA ball with 16:40 remaining in the game. And more subs for UTSA. It is Fuller coming in now for Edmonds. He'll sit. 3-point lead for the Roadrunners of UTSA. Both teams are 8 and 17, but UTSA has 2 wins in the conference, 2 Temples, 1. Ivy Curry misses the jump shot. Rebound by Riley. Riley is getting grabbed the whole way down, and it's another foul. That's 3 team fouls already on UTSA here before this first media timeout.
And you know, I wasn't surprised it was a foul call, but I thought they were maybe going to let it go because Riley didn't have full possession of the ball, and it was like maybe a 50-50 there. But there's the foul call on Lingard, and like you said, already with 3 fouls, it looks like Temple could be shooting early in the second half.
Cuthrell was called for the personal, his first. Again, 3rd team foul. Settle in the left corner has it for Temple. He's wide open. That defender fell asleep, and Settle makes him pay. We're all tied up at 44. And UTSA try to go quick after a make, and they get a layup out of it by Carter. No defense after a make by the Owls.
Back-to-back just possessions where defense is non-existent.
Temple has made 4 of their last 5 from the floor. Riley drives in. He needs a bucket. He's blocked. Here comes UTSA with momentum. 3-on-2. They slow it down. 3-ball is no good by Fuller. Rebound by Settle. Now Temple pushing. This is a fast-paced game today. Miller to left for Riley. Riley had 9 early in this game. Just can't get the ball to go right now. Riley. Picarelli to Settle. Same spot for Steve. He passes it up. Goes in the post. Settle. Dribbles around. The layup. No good. Back comes UTSA quick on a 3-on-3.
He's got to get back on defense.
And it's Carter throwing up a shot, no good. Rebound
Oh.
is a foul against Jordan Riley. His second going after an Ivy Curry rebound.
It's getting frantic again.
It is getting with a capital F at this point. So UTSA by 2, 15 minutes to play in the second half. And we're back. I'm Max Edinburgh, joined by James Urban. Temple down 2 with 15:04 to play in the second half. A foul down low on Jordan Riley, and now Jaleel White and Quante Berry coming in for Temple for Piccarelli and Miller out of this timeout. Thanks for joining us today. We have a lot of good viewership, my producer Mike told me, so really excited about that. So thanks for everyone who's tuning in today as Temple looking to get off the schneid of a 10-game losing streak. Ivy Curry, layup is no good, but another foul on Temple. The refs are not letting them play today, James, at this point. Both teams now, 3 team fouls on UTSA, 3 on Temple now, with 15 minutes to play.
Quante Berry running off the court right when he gets subbed in. It looks like he's holding his
he's
wrist.
running right to the locker room.
Yeah, I think he hurt his wrist.
And Hasir Miller is going to check in for Quante. And that is not a good sign because he literally ran.
He ran off the court, yeah.
Ran right to the locker room.
I think it's safe to assume that he's in pain.
Yeah, but that is a good assumption to make. As Ivy Curry off the bench, he is the Roadrunners' leading scorer at 17 a game. He has 12 today 13 now off the bench for UTSA. And make that 14, so he leads all scorers. 48-44 UTSA.
It's also something that I'm noticing, not a lot of opportunity for Zion Stanford here today.
Nah, well, he's been getting kind of a mixed. He
played 16 minutes at FAU.
Yeah, but his defense, and then if he's not scoring, it doesn't give you a lot on the defensive end. But yeah, you're right. He's not played a lot today. Miller, White on the left side. Temple coming down left to right. White on the left corner, dribbling in, getting a post-up opportunity. Ja comes in. His shot is no good. There's no foul. And here comes UTSA the other way with Ivy Curry. And he's bumped by Hoffman, and that was definitely a foul. Hoffman's not happy about it, but that was an obvious bump by Sam Hoffman. Already now 4 team fouls against Temple. I don't know what he's complaining about. He literally ran into him on
He's
purpose.
got to be more careful when he goes out for the hedge, Max. He comes out.
He can block him off from the corner, but.
And he was dribbling into the corner. There's no reason he had to hedge out that far.
And he's going to pick up another foul. They didn't call this one. It was Carter dribbling into a double team of Miller and Hoffman.
He's got 2.
So it's out of bounds, staying with UTSA. There's 18 on the shot clock and 14:20 remaining in regulation. 4-point lead for UTSA. Carter, very top of the key. Ivy, Curry, left side screen and roll. He's doing double team. Finally, took him all game to do that.
5 seconds.
Carter, 5 on the shot clock for the Roadrunners. Carter crossing over White, bangs home a 3 and points right at his bench. And the lead's back up to 7 for Texas San Antonio.
Just an absolute morale killer, that shot. A dagger right in the heart.
Yeah, bad possession.
On a good defensive possession, yeah.
Miller, screen and roll with Hoffman. Miller driving in, left-hand layup, short. Hoffman got the rebound. Kicks it out, settle, top of the key, 3. No good. Hoffman again, another offensive rebound for Sam Hoffman.
Oh, no.
But he throws it away. Cherry picking was Cutthroat. He came back and took the ball away from Miller. Carter drives in, kicks it out. 3-ball for UTSA is no good. Offensive rebound, but it's a foul against Cutthroat. And it'll be Temple ball, but that could have been a dagger to go up by 10. Shane Dezzoni and Zion Stanford are going to check in for Temple.
Yeah, all right.
Jordan Riley and Steve Settle. Man, rough go for Riley.
Well, yeah, I mean, for Dezzoni and Stanford, if there's going to play in this second half, this is kind of the time frame where they're going to have to come in because you don't want to wait until it's too late.
Edmonds also now back in for Lingard for UTSA.
Who's that? Settle and Riley getting a seat on the bench for a little bit because you know they're going to be in at the end of the game.
Miller taking over for Temple. Down by 7, almost throws it away. White has to Odell it and make the catch. White now has it. Dribble handoff with Dezzoni at the top of the key. Dezzoni fakes the 3. Great pass to Hoffman. He is fouled hard. Oh, he got up quickly, and this game has very much an intensity in it for 2 teams that are, again, the 2 bottom feeders of the American, but you can feel both teams knowing what a golden opportunity this is to get back in the win column.
It's kind of interesting because Temple, they're down 7, they're down 5, but it feels like they're right there the entire way.
And now look at this, Okpomo check in now for the first time today.
Yeah.
Hoffman will shoot 2. He'll make the first. Really good game for him, man. He's been all over the offensive glass.
He's going to grab Hoffman.
Hoffman has 5 offensive rebounds so far today of his 7.
It's the one thing that you got to love about Hoffman. You can never question his effort.
Yeah, he's always been a hustle guy. Hoffman makes both. He will come out for Emmanuel Okpomo. This is the biggest Temple's been all day. Okpomo at, trying to make sure, 6'10", 225 from Nigeria.
And he got put on Vlad Golden in the first half of that FAU game, got some early minutes.
Yeah, so he is now, did not play in the entire first half. Oh, Okpomo helping out there. Dezzoni takes away from Ivy Curry, 2-on-1, Stanford and White. Stanford wants it, and he scores it! Zion, Stanford, the hustle plays for Temple have got them within 3, and they're pressing again. Good job by the true freshman out of Philadelphia.
How about Okpomo pretty much forcing the steal there?
3-ball is short by the Roadrunners.
Oh.
Ivy Curry got the good bounce. The pass, Okpomo almost took it away again. Curry, another open 3. Passing it up is Wyatt. The 2-point shot's no good. Rebound by Miller.
They got to secure it.
Miller back there. This is such a high-energy game. Dezzoni drives in. Reverse layup's good. And the foul! Shane Dezzoni. Him and Zion Stanford not doing a lot in that first half, but they both with key plays. And UTSA wants to discuss it. 12-16 remaining. Temple's a free throw away from tying this baby up. And we're back. It is 51-50. Shane Dezzoni will go to the line for Temple to tie this one up at 51. I'm Max Edinburgh, joined by James Urban here on WHIP Radio. 12:16 remaining in half number 2. And it's been a wild game of runs. UTSA has been up as much as 9 this half. Temple got up to 2, it was back up to 9, and now Temple has a chance to get this right back to a tie ball game.
You alluded to it when we got off air. It's always a close game with Temple.
Yes.
It's always a close game.
But their problem is not the final 5 minutes where they kind of collapse.
Well, because they go on stretches where they don't score for 4 minutes. And I don't think that's going to happen today because UTSA, it seems like they're not that great at defense from what I've seen. So I think Temple will be able to score during crucial stretches, but we'll see. Here's Dezzoni to have a chance to tie it up.
So here is Shane Dezzoni at the line for one more off the bench for him. Way short on that one, but he got his own rebound, and Temple resets.
That was ugly.
Ugly shot, but he got the rebound to make up for it. Temple now can take a lead with the bucket. Miller wants it for the lead. Yes, for 3. Liacouras Miller has 8 here in the second half, and Temple leads by 2.
His patented step back.
15 for Miller. His first big scoring outing in a while for Temple's leader, who got teed up with .1 left in the first half. 3 ball coming for UTSA. It's no good by Carter. UTSA another offensive rebound. Ivy Curry cuts in. Carter for 3 again. Short. Way short. Stanford the rebound.
You know what, Temple? They've done a great job on guarding Ivy Curry so far this half.
Yeah, 14 for him for the game, but he had 12 at halftime. Stanford trying to find Okpomo. It's not a good look at all by Zion. Back the other way. Carter, it's a blocking foul on Liacouras Miller. Will be his 3rd foul, which could be costly in this one.
I don't agree with that one. I think he beat him to the spot.
We're taking an immediate timeout. Temple's down up by 2 with 11 minutes to play in half number 2. And we're back at the Liacouras Center. Max Edinburgh, James Urban. We're WHIP Sports on YouTube, covering today's Temple men's basketball game against the UTSA Roadrunners. It's actually a funny time here. It's 11-11, James.
11-11.
Should you make a wish?
Make a wish for your last basketball call.
They should, in basketball terms, not us.
For your last WHIP Temple basketball call for the regular season.
For the regular season.
For the regular season, maybe going forward for the conference tournament. Maybe.
Maybe.
Not set in stone, but that would be awesome. When you told me that, I was really happy to hear that.
It's in the realm of a possibility.
I think that would be a really cool opportunity.
So, yeah, it's my last game ever calling thing here at the Liacouras
Here at
Center.
Liacouras.
So, yeah, I've been doing it in my third year doing it now, so.
But maybe not for WHIP only. You could be back.
I could be back. Who knows? Maybe next season? Who
Could
knows?
be
Who
back.
knows? Who knows? So, it is a 53-51 Owls lead. UTSA has the ball. They're coming down again left to right out of the inbounds play. Ivy Curry for three. No good. Rebound. Every ball is getting tipped around like crazy. White pushing it for Temple. White, the reverse layup is good. Jaleel White. And Temple's up by 4.
Some English there on that reverse with the right hand on the left side. Very nice finish by Jaleel White.
You can tell Temple wants it. The intensity, the energy is there today. Ivy Curry in the corner. 3-ball again for the Roadrunners is blocked, but no one knew it was blocked except for Cuthrell. And he gets the offensive rebound, and he is fouled.
Yeah, I think.
And it's Okpomo, the personal.
Okay.
So Cuthrell will shoot 2. But, man, out of the 10 players on the court, 7 of them didn't know it was blocked. And then one UTSA player found it, and he put it up and got fouled.
You know, when I'm seeing productive minutes defensively for Shaden Dezonie, I think he's playing really good defense right now. He's getting in the mix. He got that steal a few possessions ago, getting his hand on that 3-point shot. He's all over the place.
Cuthrell at the line for 2 for UTSA. Making the first one. That stops an 11-0 Temple run.
Game of runs.
Temple's made their last 4. Now, overall, though, UTSA has made only 1 of their last 11 field goals in this one.
Well, yeah, and they're keeping Ivy Curry quiet.
Cuthrell makes both. 2-point game.
Which has been huge.
Temple's biggest lead was 5 when it was 10-5.
You mentioned, right, Ivy Curry just 2 points this half.
Yeah, Ivy Curry just 2 points this half. But yeah, Temple's biggest lead was 5. And UTSA had a 9-point lead early minutes of the second half. Dezonie driving on the left corner. His layup is good. Shane Dezonie putting in some good minutes here in the second half.
Beautiful. This is how you earn your minutes, folks. Coming off the bench, can't complain about how much you play. It's about how you use that time when you get on the court, and Shane Dezonie surely getting himself some more minutes.
Hollyman down low. It's a foul and 1. Bucket for Edmonds. Another foul by Okpomo. And Edmonds will go to the line to cut the lead down to 1. Good find, though, by Hollyman, but just not good. I mean, Okpomo, he needs help. He needs help. He was the one tracking Hollyman around the bucket, and then he was forced to then guard Edmonds. It was a 2-on-1 really underneath the basket.
As soon as Temple feel like they're getting ahead a little bit, then they let UTSA creep right back in it. And with that, second foul there on Okpomo. You got to assume Hoffman will be, and Hoffman's coming in.
Edmonds makes the free throw. 1-point game. Hoffman's coming in for Okpomo.
Yeah.
UTSA is now 11 of 15 from the line. Temple 8 of 12. So both teams have left 4 points on the board at the line. And with these fouls, 6 now, by the way, on UTSA, 7 on Temple. So both teams are in the bonus for the rest of the game, and there's still 10 minutes left. So free throws could decide this one here in North Philly. Miller on the right side. Post up for Zion Stanford. Stanford double teamed. Got the layup and got it. Nice move by Stanford.
The left-handed finish. Tough move by the freshman.
Temple's made 6 baskets in a row. They lead by 3.
It's a big bucket.
9:30 remaining in the second half. It's
Max,
Ivy, yeah.
I think they're getting 76.
Oh, well, yeah, I said that during the break. They wouldn't. They're 17 away. Floater, good. It's a mid-range jump shot for Fuller. He's now 2 of 7. And now Temple's leads right back down to 1. Feels like whoever has the ball last could be the one winning this basketball game.
It's always a close game with Temple.
And with us on the call, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
Hoffman wide open, White. Layup's good. Good find by Hoffman. UTSA just blatantly have been not waking up on defense. And Fisher yelling at his players to play some defense here.
He wants this win just as bad as anybody.
They're getting whatever they want on offense at the moment. They just need stops to kind of pull away here. Ivy Curry drives. Got the layup. No foul by Hoffman, but Ivy Curry now up to a game-leading 16 points. 61-60 here at the Liacouras Center. 8:30 to play in the second half. Miller, Tyler Key coming down right to left. Miller, mismatch. White on the left side. White driving in again. Hoffman's open. Corner three, and there's a foul.
Oh, I was confused. Everybody stopped playing.
There's a foul on UTSA. That's the 7th team foul, so it's free throws for Jaleel White, where White is 2 of 2 today from the line. 8 points, 3 rebounds for Ja. Hollyman and Edmonds coming out, by the way, for UTSA. That, by the way, is 3 fouls on Hollyman.
1-1. I'm not exactly sure where Jaleel is at. I believe under 70%.
Jaleel is at 72.5%.
72.5.
Big improvement over the last couple of seasons for him.
Right around there, yeah.
So White makes the first one. It's a 2-point game for Temple. Again, look at their first win since January 7th against Wichita State. White connects.
4 for 4 from the line. Nice.
He's in double figures with 10. Temple by 3. 8:20 remaining in regulation.
They're scoring completely fine. They just got to get the stops.
Nice crowd today here at the Liacouras trying to root in and out's victory. Ivy Curry in and out, back in. It's fouled and one. Dezzoni clipped him on a fadeaway jump shot.
He got his hand stuck in there.
And it's amazing. Temple has made 7 straight buckets, and they still can't pull away from the Roadrunners.
Could come back to bite them. Defense. Yeah.
I mean, Temple's made 7 in a row. UTSA's made 4 in a row.
Just didn't need to do it. You saw on the replay on the big screen, Dezzoni swiped down at his hand. It's just an easy call for the ref every single time.
Settles coming in for Hoffman. As they say in the NBA, James, he had his hand in the cookie jar, as they say. And that's what happened to Dezzoni. Ivy Curry for the tie here at the line. No good. Rebound, Dezzoni. Dezzoni trying to push it for the Owls, and Miller's like, slow it down, but he's pushing it. Dezzoni wants it himself. His layup is, wow! Oh, Shane Dezzoni, and he gets the layup. 3-point lead for the Owls.
Took it himself.
8 baskets now in a row for Temple. Offense has not been a problem for either team today. Who can get the first stops in a while? Ivy Curry missed the shot, rebound. Dezzoni, here comes Dezzoni again, coast to coast. Dezzoni lobs it for White, who lays it in. Jaleel White from Shane Dezzoni. And UTSA wants to talk about it. Temple by 5. 7:33 to play in regulation. And we're back from the Liacouras Center. 7:33 to go, and the momentum is in the corner of the cherry and the white. Temple leading 67-62 with 7:33 remaining in regulation. Shane Dezzoni with a burst off the bench, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. His energy and Zion Stanford's have carried the Owls to a 5-point second half lead.
And with Jordan Riley being off the floor for a little while there as well. So really impressive to see that Temple's offense picking up that entire stretch from when Riley came out until this 7:33 mark. How many possessions in a row? Eight possessions in a row with a bucket?
9.
9 possessions in a row with a bucket.
9 in a row for Temple.
Now 5 and...
Remember, guys, Temple was down 9 at one point here in the second half early on, and now they lead by 5. Again, for you guys to know, Temple looking for their first win since January 7th. They've lost 10 in a row. UTSA has lost 5 in a row. Loser of this game, Squirrely, is in last place in the American. So still a lot to play for. We have 6 games to play in the regular season.
And Dezzoni playing well, staying out there in big minutes.
Dezzoni is out there with Miller, Settle, Stanford, and White. UTSA, Ivy Curry, Lingard, Cuthrell, Wyatt, and Carter. UTSA has the ball coming down left to right. Carter has to put it up with 4 on the shot clock. They move it over. Ivy Curry at the buzzer. Missed the 3. Offensive rebound for Wyatt, and he is fouled by Settle. Same exact thing that just happened to Akpomo, where the 2 big guys for Temple, they don't have to jump. You're 6'11", but they're jumping. And smartly, Wyatt waited for the fake and got the foul call.
Well, Max, they're jumping and they're swiping down.
Yes.
It's like...
Choose one.
I remember an official told me this himself. If I ever see you swipe, I'm going to call the foul every time. If I ever see you swipe down, it's going to be a foul call every time.
Isaiah Wyatt at the free throw line for University of Texas San Antonio. And he makes the first one. Again, UTSA, one of the new members of the American, coming from Conference USA, among teams like FAU.
North Texas, UAB.
Yep, Rice, among those teams who have joined the American across all sports. He makes both. Temple lead is 3, and then UTSA back to their 1-3-1 zone here. Trying to stop Temple's momentum of just driving in easily. Someone's got to make a perimeter shot for this to break. Miller drives in, back up to the top for Stanford. 10 on the shot clock. Miller, good defense from the Roadrunners. Miller kicks it out. Settle, 5 to shoot. Settle, the jump shot blocked. Good defensive, best defensive possession in a while for UTSA. And they're pushing it back with Isaiah Wyatt. Kicks it out to Ivy Curry. Ivy Curry's layup is good. It's a 1-point game with 6:20 to play in the second half.
5-point leads, and UTSA is right back into it. Temple just can't pull away.
Whoever goes cold the longest is going to lose this game, and both teams are just red hot. Temple has made 9 of their last 10. UTSA has made 5 of their last 7.
Yeah.
White in the block. White, layup, no good. Rebound put in by Dezzoni, but there's going to be a foul, which will send White to the free throw line. Both teams now have 9 fouls, which means both teams will be shooting double bonus for the rest of the game. And there's 6 minutes left.
We could be here a while.
We could be. That's not exciting to viewers, though, James. That's not.
Some more time listening to us.
There you go. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. But yeah, you mentioned...
White makes the first one, by the way.
5 for 5 now. But you mentioned UTSA, one of the newer teams coming from Conference USA. First matchup in history between UTSA and Temple, which has been happening a lot for Temple so far this season just because of all the new teams added to the American.
Yes.
Oh, now I missed.
White misses it. Temple will get a week off, by the way, after this game. Next Sunday, they'll be at Wichita State. The game will be on ESPN at 4 o'clock. He splits it. By the way, Hasir Miller coming out of the game. Jordan Riley back in for Temple. UTSA can tie or take the lead with a 3. Carter kicks it out. Sorry, this is Carter now. In the post, Lingard. His mid-range jump shot is off. Rebound by Settle. Temple will live with that shot.
Yeah, that was a Settle for sure. I mean, he had the mismatch in Stanford and decided not to take it to the rim.
UTSA back into a man-to-man after Temple looked awful against the zone. Interesting. Riley back out to Dezzoni. Coming down left to right. Dezzoni's been good this half. Dezzoni wants a step back three short, just not a good shot.
Not a good shot.
And Lingard the rebound. UTSA pushing it with 5:12 remaining. Here in regulation, it's 68-66 Owls.
With 5 minutes left, these possessions, they mean a lot. You can't take that shot.
Driving in Ivy Curry. Reverse layup, no good, but a foul. Steve Settle again. His second personal. The two players in foul trouble are Jordan Riley and Hasir Miller. They each have 3. So we'll watch out for that. But back to the line will be Ivy Curry, who will try to get, he is a bit slow here. He's bent over at the free throw line. Now he's okay.
Can't even get to the free throw line.
He will shoot 2, where he is 3 for 5 today. Curry at the line, he missed it. It's a weird thing. He's a good player, but he's missing a lot of free throws. Now here comes Hasir Miller and Sam Hoffman. They're coming in for Dezzoni and Stanford, who did provide good energy for Temple. Here
Stole
in the second
Picarelli's
half.
minutes.
Yeah, he did.
Haven't seen Picarelli really much.
This is the 5. This really is the 5. Miller, Riley, White, Settle, and Hoffman. This should be the lineup that takes Temple home, unless except Riley or Miller foul out of this game. So they each have 3. Settle and Hoffman have 2. So foul trouble really across the board for Temple. Back to a zone for UTSA, as this is a 1-point Temple lead with 4:50 remaining in regulation. White in the corner. Back at the cell, the zone. Temple's got to keep moving it, but Miller keeps it to himself here. 12 to shoot. Miller's not doing a single thing. Now he drives. Miller lobs it. Oh, what a lob! Miller to White! And it's a 3-point game.
Raise the roof. Raise the roof. Watch your head.
White now has 15 for Temple. What a second half for Jaleel White.
It looked like his head was at the rim.
3-ball, Carter airballs it. Temple ball. Now the head coach for UTSA thinks it was tipped by White, but they're going to say no tip. Owls ball by 3 with 4:21 to play. Jaleel White, what a game for him too. 15 points. He's matched to Sierra Miller's team leading 15. Settle also has 12. Temple has it now. They need to kind of blow this lead up a bit here. Miller faked a 3, still zone for the Roadrunners. Riley kicks it to Miller. Miller thought about a 3. Drives in, wide open left-hand layup is good for Hasir Miller. And the Owls lead by 5.
I don't think I've ever seen it be easier to get through a zone defense than that right there.
Yes, that is definitely true. 3:50 remaining. Owls back up by their largest lead.
Oh,
Riley steals it.
Watch
Riley. Layup, foul, and one for Jordan Riley, which takes us to our final timeout. Temple by 7. It's loud. Come back soon at the Liacouras Center. And we're back, and we're going to go no more breaks as there's 3:43 remaining here in regulation. Temple by 7, largest lead of the game. They're on a 6-0 run in the last minute, and they're finally doing something they never do all year in the final 5 minutes, and that is kind of pull away from teams. They have a chance to right here. I'm Mac Titterberg, joined by James Urban. James, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, a huge sequence. Whenever there's a big N1 and the crowd kind of erupts, it's definitely the loudest point at Liacouras today. And you mentioned it, Coach Fish fired up. That's exactly what you need to finish out a game. And like you said, this is pretty much the 5 that you think should be out there to close out games. And
Riley makes the free throw.
They're attempting to do so right now.
Temple by 8. They were down by 9. They are as hot as you'll see them all year. 12 of their last 14 from the field for Temple. They cannot miss at the moment. Post up for UTSA. It's good by Fuller. Back to 6. Now Temple can't collapse here. It's a 6-point game. Both teams are in the double bonus for the remainder of the game. So free throws no matter what on any foul here.
And in college basketball, 3 minutes is a eternity.
It is. So Hasir Miller has it. To Hoffman. Off to White. Temple coming down right to left. Jaleel White. Dribble handoff now to Riley. Riley dribble handoff with Miller. Not a lot going on. Miller for 3. No good. Rebound. It bounces off Hoffman's head.
Oh.
And when White saved it, his back foot was out of bounds. So UTSA ball down 6 with 2:56 remaining in regulation. Again, that's just not a good possession. They're just dribbling around in circles, and then he just chucked up a 3. Not a lot going on. 2:50 remaining now. As let's see if UTSA wide open down low. Bucket no good for the Roadrunners. That was by Cuthrell. Rebound by Settle. As now Temple coming back down the other way with Miller. As now Miller will let it go. Temple has been winning when they've been playing fast-paced. Let's see if the slower pace can help at all.
Man-to-man defense.
Riley, no foul. Rebound, UTSA on the missed layup by Jordan Riley.
Gotta get back. Stop
Gotta
ball.
get back. Carter wide open. Corner 3. Good.
Yep.
And now it's a 3-point game with 2 minutes to play.
Carter has made some big shots this game. I mean, that one right there, and then beforehand it was end of the shot clock, and he drilled a step back. So
Fisher calls timeout. We're going to keep it here.
Much needed. You need to call that one.
2 minutes left, and I don't want to say this could be another choke job. Temple can't finish this one off here in regulation.
Yeah.
Up 8, 4 minutes, under 4 minutes. And they've given up a layup and a wide open 3, and then their offense has now out of nowhere slowed down.
Anybody who dabbled in that Temple -7 could be very upset with that quick stretch right there.
And they're showing Lee Farrell.
As we got Lee Farrell.
The Sixers arena host who was here at Temple when I was here for the last couple of years. He's back as a fan today, and he's letting the crowd into it here at the Liacouras Center. Can Temple finish one off? Again, a lot on the line for two teams who are the last 2 seeds in the American. UTSA has lost 5 in a row. Their last win coming on January 24th, a home win against Tulane. Temple has not won a game since January 7th.
Are we the good luck charm? I guess we're going to find out in the next 2 minutes.
Yes, January 7th, which was a home game against Wichita State. Again, that game took place before the spring semester started, and we are 2 weeks away from spring break. So that tells you how long Temple has not won a game. Settle has it on the inbounds to Miller. He's got trapped. Oh, God, good balance from Fabe. 20 to shoot. Under 2 minutes. Miller, reverse layup, no good. The tip, no good. Hoffman tips it back to Settle. Settle lost it, but should be a foul on UTSA, which will put Settle at the line for 2. Settle's best game in a while. 12 points, 6 rebounds for him. And he will go to the line for 2 here. Again, even making one of these is big to extend it to a more than a 1 possession game here. 1:47 remaining. Both teams are over the limit at 10 fouls each.
Zoni coming in.
So here is Steve's, probably from Miller or Riley. They both have 3. Settle missed it. And Zoni now coming in for Hoffman. So Temple will give up some size here on defense late in this one.
Maybe for an extra score.
This free throw is huge to keep this, to get it to a 2-possession game. for Steve Settle, the transfer from Howard. Settle, it is dead quiet here at the Liacouras Center. He makes it. Temple gets to 76 points, which is free tacos for the fans in attendance at Qdoba. So 76-72 Temple. 140 left in this one. Trying to get their first win in well over a month. It's Ivy Curry kicking it out to Carter. Ivy Curry gets it back on a screen. 10 to shoot. Ivy Curry, left-hand layup. No good, rebound. It looks like it was off of, oh wow, it's a back haul. They're gonna review this. Originally, they say it's off of a UTSA. I thought that was obviously off Settle.
Settle's
I could be totally wrong. We're getting a replay here. Oh, no, we don't get a replay because they have to show free tacos. So we're not going to get a replay, but James, I agree with you.
I think that was off Settle's knee.
I thought that was obviously off Settle. But
it's a two-possession game.
It's a big call here. There's 1:22 on the clock, 1:23, sorry, on the clock. As Temple is trying to seal up a big win to get their second win in conference play. It would put them not out of the gutter in the American. They put UTSA in that spot. Now, this review hopefully does not take too long. We had a whole long review over some technicals to end the first half.
Yeah, that was wild. Which
led to Tucker, UTSA's second best player, Christian Tucker, to get ejected from this game for getting onto a court during an altercation. Led to a Hasir Miller getting teed up.
You think that's impacted them a little bit offensively? I think so.
Yeah, they seem very Ivy Curry dependent for every offensive possession. I think Lingard's a guy who has struggled today, but could get the ball more. Temple's a team that doesn't bring much size in the paint. They're shooting all jump shots today. But again, both teams are good on offense. UTSA 41%, Temple 44%. But both teams have been brutal, and each team has missed 6 at the line today.
Also, just going to update you, Picarelli is in the huddle right now. I think he's going to be coming in.
If they are on offense, if it's defense, so he won't.
Yeah, he's right there in the huddle. Also, would be a nice to have him out there for an extra free throw shooter.
I mean, what? For Picarelli?
For an extra free throw shooter?
Yeah. Temple ball. So we were wrong. Thank God we were wrong. So
we didn't get to see it, though.
We didn't get to see it. So, yeah. So Temple will get the ball back with 1:23 remaining. UTSA does not need to foul yet. But a bucket here, kill a lot of the clock, that could do it. But you never know if this Temple team,
though. Yeah, Picarelli's going to be out there.
So Picarelli's back in.
Taking out Riley.
Yeah, because Riley's not a good free throw shooter. So Picarelli's an 80% shooter. Riley's 73%. So here we go. Miller, Picarelli, White, Dezzoni, and Settle is the 5 for Temple. In a dagger situation, trying to get that win. They have not been in this situation much in this season, but can they put one together here? Miller getting double teamed. Miller, 10 to shoot, gets it out to Dezzoni. Dezzoni drives in, kicks it out. Settle, corner 3.
The dagger?
Yes! Steve Settle hits a dagger 3. Temple by 7. Dezzoni pokes it away from Ivy Curry. They got to tell Dezzoni to not foul there. Don't even think about reaching. Riley back in for Picarelli, 53.9, and the Owls lead by 7. Settle with 16 today.
That's really good basketball right there, man. I mean, Dezzoni driving, kicking, making the right basketball play.
Well, now it's a must-make 2 or 3 for UTSA. Ivy Curry, wide open, dunk for Fuller. Awful defense by Temple. Timeout UTSA. Picarelli will come back in. And with 46.8, UTSA does have to foul here. There's 16 seconds separating.
Well, they're going to try and get a steal first.
Yeah, but it is a 5-point game. You need time for 2 and maybe 3 possessions here. But what a big shot for Steve Settle, who makes his 3rd 3 of the game. James.
If you think about it, he has a lot of big shots in the end of games so far this season. Against Wichita State in their last win, I recall him making big shots. Earlier this season at home against LaSalle, made huge three-pointer at the end of that game. He's a clutch shot maker. Now, I like his game. I think he doesn't think about it too much. He's comfortable out there. Like we said, only guy on this roster who's been to the NCAA tournament, so he has that experience over everybody else. On the small chance that they get there, he would be a huge beast for them. Big shot. What is he from 3?
3 of 5, James. 3 of 5.
5'11" from the field, 3 of 5. And the cool thing about Steve is we've gotten to know him pretty well. He's been coming on WHIP radio on Tuesdays from 6 to 7 with me, Liam, Hayden, and Pat. And I've gotten to know him. He's a really cool guy as well, so it's nice seeing him playing well today.
Yeah, it's great. It's great that Steve keeps coming on WHIP, so stay tuned for that show.
Really nice guy. Really nice guy.
So Temple leading by 5. They have missed a lot of free throws today, so this game's far from over. 5-point game, 46.8. Now, interesting, Piccarelli will inbound. I would have had White inbound, but Piccarelli will inbound. Dezzoni, White, and Miller are going to be the ones who are going to be looking to get the ball here. Yeah. And here we go. Piccarelli can move. Gives it off to White. They should foul him. They should definitely foul. White throws it up to Miller. It's a 2-on-1, but he should not be.
Pull it out.
Miller. Oh, he dribbled
into the corner.
He dribbled into the corner. He got lucky.
That was bad.
He should have never been in the corner. On a 2-on-1 with that much space. Luckily, before UTSA trapped, they fouled. So that killed 8 seconds off the clock. And Miller will shoot 2, where he is 0 of 1 today. He's 73% on the season.
I'd still rather have Piccarelli or Settle at the line as Hysier struggles.
It is a double bonus, so 2 no matter what for Hysier, who leads the team with 17 today. And he makes the first. I just love hearing that dead silence. It is kind of amazing. Piccarelli comes out.
We
Riley
pick it up so well because of the headphones, too.
Yeah, it's great. Hopefully you guys can take that at home as well. So this is the big free throw, though, James, to make it a 3-possession game with 38.7 to go. As Riley back in for Piccarelli. Miller, both. 7-point lead for Temple. Has to get a stop to win the game. Ivy Curry dribbling. He's fouled by White. It's an awful foul. He definitely tripped him. And that's the one thing you can't do. If they get a bucket, they get a bucket, but you can't stop the clock. That only killed, by the way, around 6 seconds. So 32.9.
You know,
just bad foul by Jaleel.
And this is stuff that even if Temple wins this game, these are things that you still look over at the end of it in film, and you're like, guys.
Now, on that replay, though, it didn't look like it was botched. His hands were up. Ivy Curry will shoot 2 now, no matter what. He's struggled from the line today. Misses. Yeah, he is.
But that's low IQ stuff fouling there.
Yeah,
you know?
Totally. Curry now is a 4 for 8 from the line. He's stretching out, though, his right shoulder. Don't know if anything's wrong with him. He has to make this, and he does. So 6-point game. Piccarelli's back in for Riley. And now it'll be another free throw game, 32.9. This is going to be a long 32 seconds. Once again, it's a Piccarelli inbounds on the left side underneath the basket, coming down right to left. Piccarelli can't find anyone. Now he finds Dezzoni. He's trapped. Oh, wow. That was close to being a tie-up, which would have been actually UTSA ball. Possession arrow is towards the Roadrunners, but Dezzoni is fouled. He has been great in this second half. The stats won't show it, but watching the game, his energy and his effort was on full display.
I mean, could be player of the game, but no.
Probably Settle or Miller. Jaleel had a really good game, too. As Dezzoni will shoot 2, really only has to make one of these to make it a 3-possession game. And he missed it. Of course I say that. I mean, he missed the first one, so.
You never get ahead of yourself.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I know. Thanks. Thank you. You know, Mike and I were discussing us doing that if I jinx someone, and of course, 31 seconds. I was actually thinking about that. I'm not going to jinx anyone, and I jinx Shane. He makes us. Of course. Well, you know, thank you, Mike. Make him feel great. Producer Mike. 7-point game, 28 seconds. A drive, easy lay-in for Fuller.
Just happy they didn't foul.
Yeah, 5-point game with 25 seconds left. Dezzoni now will inbound to Miller. He's in the corner. Miller's in the corner. He's going to call a smart timeout. We have 21.8, so that they still have 6 seconds to get this ball across half court. But Miller has to stop at the corner. It is ridiculous. Right, James?
White's foul, him dribbling into the corner. Against good teams, that's how you lose games.
That's how they choked against Tulane. They were up by a lot.
That's how you lose games,
a minute left,
Max.
and by Temple struggling to break the press, Tulane came back. No, was it Tulane? Who was that? It went to overtime. Let me make sure I have this right before I start naming a team. Yeah, it was Tulane. They came back right against, East Carolina.
East Carolina.
They came back against East Carolina.
On the road.
But they were up by like 8 with a minute left, and them not breaking the press cost them the game.
Yep.
So,
and even on days like today, when you have 82 points, you're shooting nearly 50% from the field. If those little things, shooting yourself in the foot like that, that can lose you games, especially in conference.
Also, stay tuned to WHIP's post-game show. We'll be back on social media on WHIP Sports on Twitter. So James and I will be on the Liacouras Center floor breaking down our post-game thoughts. Also, stay tuned tomorrow. James back on the airwaves with Zach Silverstein.
Big women's game.
Big women's game. The women looking for 3 in a row and to get their 9th win and get into first place in the AAC with a win tomorrow. They play Tulane at 7 o'clock.
Fighting for that first round bye.
Well, the first round bye is the top 4 seeds. I'll tell you what, I think they want to get greedy and go for this season title here, the regular season conference title, and put themselves in a 1 seed for this conference tournament. So Temple, here we go. They're coming out of the timeout. They have 6 seconds to get across half court here, because it is a 10-second violation in college, not 8 like in the NBA. So Piccarelli will inbound it in a weird spot on the court towards the end of the UTSA
right
bench.
Next to the bench, yeah.
And no one's near him, so they're going to try to run right at him.
Weird setup. I'm gonna see how this pans out.
The tall Cutthrow is right in front of Piccarelli. He gets it into Miller. They need to get it across, and that's not a good foul, by the way. I don't know if they were going to get it across half court. The foul's on Wyatt, and back to the line for Hyseer Miller.
I think at this point they're down 5. They kind of just wanted to stop the clock as fast as possible.
Around a second goes off, so 20.3 remaining. And the Jordan Riley Piccarelli thing will happen again. Defensive, offensive subs here.
And in Temple fashion,
So,
1 for 2 could be looming.
Oh, God, you're saying it now. Mike, get ready. Well, he made the first one. He said 1 for 2. If he goes 1 for 2, I need a sound effect, because that was, he needs to make this one, James, to make it a 3-possession game. James does not want to leave yet, clearly, because he wants it to be a 2-possession game. Riley back in for Piccarelli. Mike's on the button. The drama for a free throw. And you had to do that. Miller splits. That's James's fault. That's a 3-ball for UTSA. That's no good. Rebound to Zoni. 12 seconds. 10 seconds. Will UTSA foul? No, I don't think so. And they will not. So Temple's in the win column. We end on a sound effect, which I'm very proud of. Final score here, Temple 83, UTSA 77. Temple's first win since our last call together, which was January 7th against Wichita State.
It's confirmed, guys. We are the good luck charm, man.
Yes.
Me and you. That Temple wins and we're on the call.
We had the right call. What was your big takeaway from this win?
Man.
Thank you.
I think a lot of guys stepped up today. A lot of guys stepped up.
Yeah.
Jaleel White, I couldn't say one bad thing about his game today. I thought Hyseer Miller played, for the most part, a great game. Jordan Riley did what he had to do. Steve Settle stepped up big time. He was the guy I was talking about before the game. I said, but 4 points in 30 minutes, that's not enough. Stepped up today, 16. But we were talking about it all that second half. The bench production from Shane Dezzoni, he was a huge piece of this win here today. And that's the main reason why he was on the court in that final 6 minutes, 7 minutes of the game. It was a great job, great team effort. And now Temple finally shakes the 10-game losing streak.
They shake the 10-game losing streak. They move to 9-17 and 2-11. They'll be back next Saturday on the road against next Sunday against Wichita State. Next home game, March 2nd against Tulsa. Again, if it's my last time on the air, I appreciate everyone who's gotten me here to WHIP. Oh, probably it's not my last time, but here at the regular season.
Here at the Liacouras Center, congratulations to you, Max.
Thank you. I'll see everyone off the air. Temple winning by 6. Oh, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day on your Sunday.